Hi, beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Scorpio, this is your love reading starting today on the 16th of April. And just for the very near future is what I'm asking about. I've stopped to put an end date to it because I feel like if you are finding this message 2 months or 6 months later than when I posted it and you feel like you resonate with it, don't rule it out because it could still be your reading. But other than that, I've incorporated the number, so the today's date, not so much the number itself, but the frequency of the number. So today's date is number 16. So the foundation of that is like sudden shift and sudden changes. So there's something in terms of your love story. It doesn't necessarily have to be like today or the day that you listen to this reading, that today there's going to be a sudden shift. But in the near future, there's going to be a feeling of a sudden change. There's somewhere going to be a feeling of a sudden change, and you will recognize it. It's not bad, it's not harmful, it's something that you want, okay? Other than that, 16 is beautiful. It's number 1, which speaks about new beginnings, and it's number 6, which is all about the totality of you. It's the connection you have with you and source, with you and your higher self. So it's beautiful. Is that love a feeling for the totality of you? So beautiful, beautiful. I have to add now, when it's a love reading, that for all, obviously, we have April, which is number 4 as well, which is love. It's not number 4 as well, it's love as well. So the whole month of April is very much a love, like frequency, in terms of numbers, love. And then the whole year is all about love. How we raise the vibration now, come up to sort of a love vibration, because 2020 adds up to a 4. So it's really beautiful. So let's see specifically what's going on for you, Scorpio, for the near future. If you don't like the shuffle, please fast forward. Is that already 3 cards? No, it wasn't. Oh, that's beautiful. Scorpio. What? There you go. Is that it? I think that's it. Beautiful. So we have number 2 on the table. So, first of all, number 2 is all about conversation, communication, and relationships. So it's gorgeous for this love story. And then we have number 2. So strong magnetism around the 2, which is all about coming together, the relationship and coming together. And you might see that. There might be a guidance for you that you see 2 or 222 or 22 that keeps, appearing in your life. So let's start with this number 2 of Raphael first. Is this 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. What a start to this reading. I love it. Don't ask the program reverses the images. I know that it does, but there's a whole bunch of things that happen when I flip it to the not mirroring side. So don't bother too much about this. Okay, just focus on this gorgeous image, and I'll promise you I'll read out or tell you what's going on. What happened there? I promise you what's going on with the words on it, if that makes sense. Like if it makes sense to me to bring it up. There is a phoenix rising, but a golden phoenix rising with a little star on top of it. So there's a golden phoenix rising just resting there on the sand, on the beach. And I love that it's a resting phoenix rising, which means that in your past relationships, it has been trying and it has been evolving you. It has been phoenix rising's situations, with emphasis on phoenix risings, but it has turned to golden, and with a star on top of it. I don't know if you see that. It's like a little shiny. It might be too shiny with the camera, but there's a little star there, which for me is like wish fulfillment. So this, you couldn't do without this phoenix rising journey that you've been on, and it has led you to this wish fulfillment. So I feel like it could be for all. It could be for single Scorpio. It could be for the Scorpio who is in a separated situation and is looking to come back with their separated partner. It could be for committed relationships. I'm mostly drawn to the single group, but take this on however, like whatever fits in your life, okay? There is something around committed that I feel like there's something about really wanting this to work. You really are working on making it to last, okay? It is looking good. It is looking like you really are trying the very best, and it's very calm and it's very loving. So there probably have been tumultuous situations happening, maybe not between you two, but maybe just in your life, because there's the Phoenix rising there. So it might be that you guys are already together and you are in a committed relationship, and there's been things happening in your life that is not like at each other or arguing at each other, but there's just too much happening around you that it has led you to almost not have the power or have the energy to focus on each other, and sort of has fizzled out. But it's not. It's like we're now coming together and you really want to make it work. It's a green border, so it speaks about the healing of the heart, which is beautiful. It's like coming back together. But for the majority of you, I feel like this is the person that you've been waiting for. It's like they're showing up. They're showing up at the exact right time. I don't know what that means, but there's obviously every person does. They're showing up. It's almost like having a baby. You can't say that it's perfect timing, because it's never perfect timing, but the timing is always right when the baby comes, because you sort of make way for them, you make a path for them, you make your whole life work for them to be there, because you want to, because they're taking over so much of your space, and so much love is being brought that you make room, okay? But there is something to this, that it's a perfect time. It's like you feel like it's just a perfect time. It couldn't have happened in a more perfect time. I'm going to read it out again just because I love it so much. Two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. And I feel like that is you on opposite sides of the world. I was going to say, it doesn't mean that it's opposite sides of the world. Opposite sides, like you on your end and they on their end. They're dedicating themselves now to sort of find something beautiful. They really want this as much as you want this, Scorpio. Kindred spirits. I love that it's like it's meant to be. It's a soulmate connection. Don't give up on those you love. That's when the committed comes in a bit. So 2 of Raphael, gorgeous beginning. Then we have 2 again, and it's a high priestess. I love the high priestess. She's a super confident, super psychic, super intuitive lady. On the bottom it says powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. What I feel around this card with the high priestess here, again, emphasis on the number 2 then. We established that. There's something about one at a time. So I'll do, there is actually, there's like single and separated on one side and committed on one side, like the story for those 2 groups. And I feel like this is, in a way, it's like you've worked so much on yourself, like worked so hard on yourself, but to be authentic. And I don't mean like you have been running around lying to everybody, but maybe you've been lying to yourself a bit in the past, like what you wanted and what you portrayed to the world, who you really are, who you truthfully are. With the high priestess, she shows up there in a complete blue dress. Obviously, this could be a man as well. This shows you, Scorpio, like how you're now completely dressed in blue. So there's been work that needed to happen with your authentic version of yourself, if that makes sense. It's like a sort of distorted version of yourself, and you could have never met the person that you're about to meet now, or a somewhat not in that vicinity, like vibration wise, not in the vicinity of this person. You also couldn't have met this person. So I feel like there's a lot of work that has gone in. You might wonder why you haven't met your person yet, or you might wonder why you're separated from the person you want to be with, because I feel like you had some, it might sound harsh, but you had some growing up to do. You had some maturing to do, Scorpio. And Scorpio, you can be quite, it can take some time, and I don't want to sort of rule you out as the only sign that hasn't figured themselves out, because my goodness, who has? It seems sometimes like I'm, not understanding the level of people sometimes. Like, it's like, how we not come further than this? And Scorpio is sort of on another level when it comes to the depth, when it comes to the feelings around things and emotions and just the deep nature of who you are. It's almost like, I don't know if this is a bad choice to go in there, but I'm going to compare you to this very gorgeous group of, and now I'm not going to even remember the name of, okay, so probably it's not, I'm so sorry. You were never supposed to say A and then not B. I hate when that happens, when other people I don't hate it anymore. I don't really care anymore. But I used to hate when people said, oh, never mind. What? Nah, I'm just, so I was gonna compare you to a group of children. When they're children, they're the same when they grow up. They can't change. They have this happy-go-lucky sort of way about them, and they're laughing a lot. You probably know what I'm talking about. They're laughing a lot. They have so easy access to it. They're wearing the emotions outside of them. They're walking hearts. And it doesn't matter if they're children or grown-ups, but the children in this particular, like, they're gorgeous. I don't know why I'm comparing you to those children or those grown-ups with that particular, it is a particular handicap is what we call it, but for me it's not a handicap, it's just beauty all around. The strongest emotion that they feel is just love and laughter, if laughter is an emotion. So there's something about understanding yourself and understanding the depth. It's like you're the same vibe. It's like you cannot deny the Scorpio's deepness. That's just the nature of you. And I feel like for you, for normal people, it takes a bit to find out who they are. But for Scorpio, it's like it takes a while. It takes a while to figure out all the depth of you. But once you do, oh my goodness, you're the counselor, you're the teacher, you're the leader, you're the priest, you're the Pope. I don't know if I should compare you to the Pope, but like, you know what I mean. You're the person that people then wants to come and open themselves up to. You could be a therapist. You could be a therapist in any form. You're the healer. Like, that practice really, like that what do you call it? Well, whatever choice of work that you do, it really fits you. Once you've grown into your own shoes, there's nobody else that beats you on that. It's like you're the perfect therapist. In whatever fashion that is. It can be chiropractor, it could be massage therapist, it could be something else that you don't necessarily think that, okay, I'm gonna go and talk about my problems with a therapist, let's go and see a massage therapist. They're the same, they have the same capacity. In my opinion, they have the same capacity, because it's about relieving, do you say that, somebody's pain, somebody's resistance, so that they will get higher up. Okay, the high priestess. So with all of that said, I feel like it has taken you some time. You needed to come into this position. You needed to have some emotional growth and some just personal growth, spiritual growth. and you've matured now. You've grown into this beautiful, beautiful version of yourself, and now is the time to meet this person. Okay, if you were in a separated situation, I feel like you weren't ready for them at the time. If you met this person before and you're separated now and you want to come back with them, and you maybe didn't even understand what happened. Why did you separate? You thought it was going really well. You wanted this. You felt like this is where your heart belonged. I think, Scorpio, it was you, and you needed some maturing, like you had to do some maturing, okay? I hope you just really can take that to heart and really look at yourself and be gracious enough, big enough. And if this is you, you understand completely what I'm talking about, and you do not anymore come from an ego place where you sort of start to defend yourself. That's not me. I've always been good. But if you know that it's been a journey and it's taken some time and that you needed some maturing, it means that you matured, okay? And then there's something about the committed relationship that we're waiting for something to... Okay, so if you've seen this card, there's like golden here on this side, and it's sort of blue purplish on that side. And to me, it's like, yes, everything is blue, and it has started to fill in with this golden feeling, and it's like we're waiting for this other side. I feel like there's something that you're waiting on, and it comes out here that like you've been through some stuff and you so want this to work. You so want this to work, Scorpio. If you're waiting, and I just saw a bunch of Leos here, so, or not Leos, but lions. So you might, Scorpio, you might be dealing with a Leo, or you might be a Leo cross-watcher that is here to watch your Scorpio. You might have strong Leo in your birth chart, if you know your birth chart. But there's like a Leo head, Leo, or lion head. I've never seen that in this picture before. You built a strong foundation. There's a strong foundation between you two if you're in a committed relationship. But are you waiting for some news, or you're waiting for something? You're waiting for something to come in, to hear about something, to receive something that sort of will put the relationship at ease, way, way more at ease. And I would just sort of, I don't know how much you're waiting on this and how much it sort of depicts your life and depicts your happiness. But I'd say that nothing depicts your happiness. Nothing should rule. Nothing on the outside should be so large and so big that it takes over what you decide to feel. Does that make sense? This is giving you an opportunity to find your alignment again with your inner being, with your higher self, with Source, with God. No, unconditional. No matter what's going on the outside, you will find your partner again. You will find that connection with your partner again so much faster, and it's going to continue so much smoother if you drop that thing. And you might say like, well, it's a deal breaker. Like we sort of have to wait to see what this is, and then we'll see where we go from there. I'd say flip it around and say, we don't care about that thing. We're going to start to work on us instead. And by working on us, I mean working on you. So raise your vibration as much as you can. Raise your energy as much as you can. Let go of the resistance as much as you can. And this thing that you're waiting for to fill in, or waiting for, if we just had more money, it would be easier. If we're finding out we're going to be pregnant, it's just easier. If the news that we're waiting for, if we get the lease, there's something about waiting on something, or waiting to hear about something. Don't wait for it. Go ahead and choose your happiness anyway, and sort of meet there, and then the rest will fall into place. I need to say that there's some sort of symbolism here. There's like a little triangle. It's sort of making of a triangle, but it's not really drawn as a triangle. It's just dots sitting like that. I just have to point them out because I continue to see them, but I think it's for you to understand what that is. There's a white dot, there's a blue dot, and there's a red dot, and they're sort of when they're put like that, it's like on the bottom is a white, on the bottom is white, and then the two top ones are blue and red. That might mean something to some of you guys. And then we have 14. I adore 14. 14, it's so silly to say I adore 14, but 14 lately has just been so beautiful to me. It's just so gorgeous. It's so kind and calm and empathetic and caressing and soft. When I see 14, I know that I'm taken care of. I know that I'm nurtured. I know that the universe is there with me in a very soft way, in a very beautiful way. And it's also a new beginning with the number 1 and 4, all about the heart. So it's gorgeous. And adding 4 and 1 up to number 5. So this is some sort of life path for you. If you're in a committed relationship, you're on your life path with this person. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. It's sort of destiny. If you're single or in a separated situation, know that you're on your life path as we speak. This has a very sort of Jesus vibey feeling to it, because this archangel is walking on water. So I feel like there's magic in the air. I feel like there's really good things starting to come in, starting for you, like starting to make sense for you in terms of your love story. And I feel like there's almost like divine intervention, like almost like Scorpio, if you were on your way to start to date somebody and it wasn't the person that you're now supposed to be with, it's like they're stepping in to sort of almost with free will. So there's nothing that, not in my world anyway, there's nobody ever that can sort of come in and rule what you're going to do. It's everything is attraction based. So you're going to attract what you are in alignment with the most, right? So it's more about what you and your higher self together are attracting. So there's nothing like, but then the angel realm came in and took over and they moved this person out and put this other person in. It can sometimes feel like that, but it's a change that you want, and therefore it happens. But if we were to pretend for 2 minutes that free will doesn't exist and it's not attraction based whatsoever, which none of it is true, it is almost like a feeling of you were about to start to date somebody, or maybe you met somebody online, or you ran into somebody and they were cute or they were charming, or they were, however your situation looks, Scorpio, and you're starting to date them, and it's like hiccup after hiccup. It's like the gods, angels are trying to put like little, don't go there, don't do it. It's the wrong one. It's the wrong one. it's they're not mean, they're not bad, because you're in such a good position now. You're matured. You're the high priestess. You're beautiful. So you're attracting good people. So it can be confusing at the very stage, in the very beginning, at the very stage. But it's like there's something about, okay, you will know it in your heart still. You will feel the difference, like, oh, okay, I feel it now. Now, actually, when I met this meant to be person, it's such a different feeling. That's why I say it's such a Jesus vibe. It's such a otherworldly, already decided. Before I come here, I would say Jesus had a very, let's not get into religion because some of you guys don't believe that. So again, we just pretended the law of attraction didn't exist. So I can use a Jesus story however much I want to. Jesus had a very, very, very particular intention with coming to earth. So I would say the very, very, very intention for your relationship is the same. Not that you will carry out the same intention that Jesus had. I just mean it's that much how you decided to meet here on earth in a particular moment in time. Okay? And so then if you go off and you meet somebody else that you were not planning on meeting, it's going to be very short-lived. Okay? But it's a solution. So it's like no harm done. We just dated those people for 5 days or 5 weeks, and then it didn't work out because it just never worked out. Something was always in the way. Why is it always in the way? Because you were supposed to go somewhere else. Okay. What else for beautiful Scorpio? In this most... It's kindred spirits. So it's like it's already... You've already signed the contract. You could have met people along the way that are beautiful, and you've had the most amazing... I'm not saying that every situation has been bad up until now. I'm just saying I feel like now is the time to be with the person that you had a contract prior to coming to Earth with. Okay. There you are. Scorpio, you are my moon children. So the moon is coming out here. I feel like this is your person. Let me just feel into this for a bit, because yeah, so we have number 18. So first, that's a strong number. So number 1, new beginnings. Again, we had 14 before with new beginnings. And then we have number 8, which is all about, like, it's the strongest frequency. It's the eternalness. It's the infinity sign. It's a very strong frequency. It's also a very strong manifestation number. It's a power number. It's a strength number. It's a bit Leo again. So you might be dealing with a Leo somehow, some way. There's this feeling of... so when you meet this person, I feel like this is your person, guys. When you meet this person, I feel like, and obviously this can be a man also in the picture, in the image. Because you're kindred spirits, because it feels so good, because it's meant to be, I feel like there's really, really strong feelings, really strong emotions, because that's your inner being saying, ding, 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 you hit the jackpot. You've navigated through to find this person. It's like it's getting colder, it's getting warmer, it's getting, fågelfisk eller mittemellan is what I would say in Swedish. And it's like you found them and they found you. And so I'm a bit further now in the future. I feel like this is also for your... No, that's a slightly different. So hang on here. So single Scorpio first. When you meet this person, I'm only saying this to help you. This is what comes through. To not be taken aback if they just... 2 weeks in or 4 months in, or what if it feels like to you that you have a really good thing going here and you are so sure of them. You've never been more sure in your entire life of anyone. You know this is it. And it is. It's like it's too good to be true for them. It's too nice. It's too similar. It's too it just fits. It just fits. It softens you, Scorpio. You're having an easier time to now access all those deep emotions, all that depth of you, which is gorgeous, Scorpio. When this person comes in, they're sort of, even if it's possible, unlocking that even more in you. And so you feel so grateful for them. You feel honored. I feel like you feel honored. I feel like they might get some cold feet, like 2 weeks in or 2 months in or something like that. All of a sudden they're like, I don't know. I don't know if this is right. I don't know if I feel... To then not go crazy or go nuts, then show them that you've matured. Show the world that you matured. Show yourself that you matured, Scorpio, and you don't throw a fit, or that you don't try to be as cool and calm. Obviously feel your emotions, but really talk to them and really say, okay, if you need time, and then they're like, I don't even know if I need time. I think maybe this is not it. I'm just saying this now so that you won't be completely blindsided. How could something that feels so good be wrong? It isn't. Give them a moment and they'll come back. I just feel like they're going to be scared there for a bit because as much as they open the depth of you even more, you're opening something within them. It's the moons, it's deep feelings, we're feeling this one, okay? So let them have that little scare, their little run, and say I love you. If you need to go do whatever you need to do, I'll be here. Take your time. And they might be all, I don't need time. I don't know, maybe we should take a little break or a little pause or something, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay. Just be cool, Scorpio, and just sort of try to remember this seed that I'm planting with you now. This doesn't necessarily have to happen for every Scorpio. So don't then go and project that now they're gonna leave you. Hopefully you're so in love that you're going to forget that I said this, but if then it will happen, you will remember that in the moment, okay? I'm going to continue this in the extended, so if you feel like this is resonating with you, then come to the extended. Or if this is where we part ways, then thank you so much for watching, and I see you back hopefully in a week. Take care, guys. Bye.